My name is Brianna Centineo. Would everyone in the audience please rise? As the senior class vice president, it is my honor to lead our graduating seniors, their family and friends, our faculty and staff, and our distinguished guests on the stage in singing the Star-Spangled Banner. After the Star-Spangled Banner, would everyone please remain standing? As we recite the Pledge of Allegiance, could we say it with thanksgiving to those who are serving, have served, and have given their lives for our country? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, will the class of 2010 please be seated? At this time, I would like to introduce to you our student body president, Will Gans.
Before I begin, I would like to ask everyone in the audience to please, at this time, turn off all cell phones and pagers. Thank you. Well, here I am, supposed to give a speech to hundreds of students dressed in identical caps and gowns, sitting in identical chairs in identical rows, about how individuality is the key to success. Kind of difficult, right? So I decided to research the best commencement speeches. After hours of searching, I have compiled the 4 best pieces of advice which I believe apply to the graduating class of 2010. Number 1, Steve Jobs, founder and CEO of Apple Computers, said, "Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition." Number 2, Mark S. Lewis, a professor of clinical psychology, held that the way to be happy is to like yourself, and the way to like yourself is to do only things that make you proud. Number 3, Dr. Seuss once said, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know. You are the guy who will decide where to go." And lastly, number 4, Ellen DeGeneres suggests that you follow your passion, stay true to yourself, and never follow someone else's path. Unless you're alone in the woods and you're lost and you see a path, then by all means you should follow that path. As you can see, all 4 of these celebrities agree on one thing. When we find what we're passionate about and pursue it with integrity, we can achieve anything. In other words, we need to do what makes us happy. If you like to teach, pursue teaching. If you like to sing, pursue music. If you like to play basketball, grow 2 more feet and then we'll talk. Unless you're me, and then you'd have to at least double your height. I know that we often hear discouraging things about our generation. They say we're not going anywhere because we listen to bad music. They say we're not going anywhere because we text too much. OMG. They say we're not going anywhere because we watch too much Family Guy.
Oh, hey, Peter.
They say we're not going anywhere because we're addicted to Facebook, which may or may not be true, but hey, whenever there's a job listing posted on Facebook, we'll be the first ones to know about it, unless we're too busy with our Farmville crops. But I have news for them. Ladies and gentlemen, the Martin High School class of 2010 is going places. Look around you. In this room sits the next Alex Rodriguez. In this room sits the next John Mayer. In this room sits the next John F. Kennedy. In this room sits a senior class destined for great things. So I hope the world is ready for us, because we're going to do amazing things. In closing, seniors, just remember to pursue your passion and pursue it with integrity. Embrace the time you're given, and don't spend too much time on Facebook. Thank you all, and congratulations. Now it is my honor to introduce you to the James Martin High School Class of 2010 Senior Class President, Ms. Courtney Surza.
Mrs. Reeves, Martin faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates, I cannot express what an honor it is to be speaking to all of you today. I'm truly grateful for this opportunity. Class of 2010, we are here today to celebrate. To quote Ayn Rand, a Russian-American writer, this feeling you all have now, the joy, excitement, and anticipation of graduating is a sum, and you do not again have to count the parts that have gone to make it. But the parts, unrecalled, are there within the feeling. There are the times spent searching for classes freshman year, the fear of new surroundings. There are the times you spent driving your first car, the joys of sleeping in during tax week. There are the long nights spent finishing homework and the relief of being exempt from final exams. There are the moments when senioritis hit you hard, the accumulation of everything you have learned throughout high school. All of these memories have led us to today. As freshmen, we could have never dreamed of accomplishing all that we have. This year alone, we managed to raise over $10,000 for Haiti in only 1 week. As Gandhi once said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." Our senior class embraces this, pursuing our dreams and making a difference not only in our school, but in our community. As we have progressed through high school, our goals have only become greater and our potential to succeed much stronger. From literature to science, from choir to sports, we have excelled. Our impact has not gone unnoticed. These achievements, however, have not been accomplished alone. The friendships created throughout these years are what have enabled us to get through the stresses of high school to celebrate the triumphs. We have gotten closer to the people whom we have known since elementary school, and those we have befriended more recently. These relationships will continue no matter how distant we may be after we leave this graduation. In addition, we are truly blessed with compassionate administrators and faculty. Without all of you, our success and accomplishments would not have been possible. Your understanding and constant support have prepared us for lives outside of Martin High School. We will be forever grateful for all you have done for us. I speak for all of the graduates when I say thank you to all of the parents and families of the students graduating today. I personally would not be here if it weren't for the support of my family. My parents have supported me in all that I do and have helped shape me into the person I have become. Our success is a result of your steadfast love and support. 4 years ago, we entered the hallways of Martin High School with high hopes and unknown dreams. Yet here we are today, graduating seniors, having accomplished so many things and fully prepared for the future. We have the potential, talent, and determination to achieve great things. In the words of Henry David Thoreau, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Class of 2010, thank you endlessly for all the memories, and I'm looking forward to seeing what all we will accomplish. Thank you. I feel very privileged this afternoon to be able to introduce to you our special guest sitting on stage, the principal of James Martin High School, Miss Melinda Reeves. Assistant principals, Miss Tanya Redvine, Mrs. Marlene Roddy, and Mrs. Kelly Hastings. Counselor, Mrs. Dana Bishop. Valedictorian, Maria Yu. Salutatorian, Catherine Cudlady. School board members, President Mrs. Gloria Pena, Mr. Peter Barron, Mr. Bowie Hogg, Dr. Aaron Reish, Mr. Wayne Ogle, Mrs. Jamie Sullins, Mr. John Hibbs, and Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Jerry McCulloch. I also would like to recognize some very important individuals that are sitting off stage. Assistant principals, Miss Lou Ann Kennedy, Mrs. Lisa Van Gemmert, Mr. Scott Johnston, Mr. Tommy Scott, Mr. Juan Villarreal. Counselors, Mrs. Suzanne Bandy, Miss Connie David, Mrs. Jay Hodges, Mrs. Susan Kingen, Mrs. Deborah Mansory, Mrs. Barbara Muller, and Dr. David Pyatt. The senior class thanks you, as well as the entire faculty and staff, for the countless hours of hard work on our behalf. We appreciate your concern for us and your support of us at concerts, athletic events, performances, and banquets. As superintendent of Arlington Independent School District, he is responsible for directing the district, which is currently the largest employer in Arlington, the third largest in Tarrant County, and the 9th largest school district in Texas. Arlington ISD educates over 62,000 students from an ever-evolving diverse community. Under his leadership, Arlington ISD will soon become a TEA-recognized school district. Mr. McCulloch, we thank you for all you do. It is my pleasure to introduce the Arlington Independent School District Superintendent, Mr. Jerry McCulloch.
Thank you, Courtney. First, I want to say I am very proud to be the superintendent of schools of the Arlington Independent School District. And also, I'm very proud to be part of the Martin High School family. I was an administrator at one time at Martin High School, and to kind of put it in perspective, when I was an administrator at Martin High School, I had hair. I was an assistant principal the first 3 years that Martin High School opened, and the other assistant principal with me was a lady by the name of Mary Moore, who Mary Moore Elementary was later named after. But I want to, first of all, as I look across this room and I see everyone that's here, I see parents and guardians, I see brothers and sisters, I see aunts and uncles, I see grandparents, I see friends. I was visiting in this section over here before we started, and there are grandparents that came from Missouri, from Kansas, from Long Island, New York, from Youngstown, Ohio, from Cleveland, Ohio, from Vermont. And there were some up there that actually came from Arlington. But seniors, class of 2010, you have tremendous support from your family and your friends and your relatives. You have tremendous support from your teachers and your counselors and your administrators. I want to thank you, the Martin class of 2010, for all of you've done for Martin High School and for the Arlington Independent School District. You have been a shining star in our school district. You have been a shining star in our state. And I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Best of luck in the future, and may God bless you.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the James Martin High School Class of 2010 Salutatorian, Catherine Cudlady.
Hello and good afternoon. To begin straight away, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. There, that's it. Weeks of thinking and brainstorming on the brilliant way I was to captivate you as an audience, and that's it. Starting a commencement speech with probably the most overquoted line in literature. How's that for a cliche? Well, for those of you not still groaning from my Charles Dickens reference, please allow me to explain. This time in our lives seems to contain many contradictions, with this example just being another. I mean, today, for instance, we're expected to reflect on the fun times of our past and the amazing possibilities of the future. Learn from our mistakes without taking on limiting inhibitions. In such complexities as this, a common necessity seems to arise: balance. Now, this kind of balance is not just the concern of us girls who might be worrying about walking across the stage with those ridiculously high heels, but rather a kind of equilibrium between the opportunities life has to offer, one's interests, and the time we are given. For us as a senior class, our challenge is to move forward while taking those occasional glances in the rearview mirror. This seems to be the source of the bittersweet emotion with which I have become so exceedingly familiar in the past couple of weeks. I hardly believe that anyone can anticipate college freedom at the cost of home-cooked meals and free laundry without experiencing a similar, albeit somewhat more superficial, sense of this bittersweet result. However, life is not just a balancing act between past and future, but between all the varied interests that everyone in this graduating class possesses. Most simply, this can be seen as a contrast between academics and, let's say, the more social side of life. Now, I'm not advocating any kind of proficiency with this kind of balance. My standing on this stage is evidence of which side I might have erred upon. However, I can confidently say that there are more important things than grades. Maybe this irony isn't what you expected from a salutatorian, but these past 4 years have provided friends as well as classmates, experiences as well as textbooks, and a type of learning which cannot be accurately represented by a grade at all. With such opportunities, it is vital that a narrow focus does not limit what we truly experience. There seem to be enough challenges in life without providing them ourselves. Now, with all the emphasis on the competing and sometimes contradictory facets of life, it may sound even trickier to obtain balance. However, I believe that the new beginnings in store for us offer the perfect opportunity to reevaluate our lives and begin with new enthusiasm. With conscious decisions to balance life and set priorities, we aspire to grasp tomorrow rather than be overwhelmed by it. And however much our parents are trying to ingrain the idea of time management in our heads, we really are ultimately working to achieve a balance which is reflected in our time, resources, and lives as a whole. Only with our priorities in effective order, we as individuals, and thus as a group, become capable of making our futures match our desires. As I conclude, I remind you of the importance of being flexible. No amount of planning or speculating can ever account for all of life's eccentricities. So enjoy life as you live it, and don't live so far in the future or the past that you forget the present. With this, I give thanks to God for the abilities with which He has blessed me, and this opportunity to share my thoughts with such a wonderful senior class. Thank you, and I wish you luck in turning even the worst into the best of times.
And now it is my honor to present to you the James Martin High School Class of 2010 valedictorian, Maria Yu.
Good afternoon. I know that all of you are excited, anxious to get out of here and celebrate your newfound freedom as high school graduates. And since brevity is the soul of wit, as Shakespeare's Polonius ironically once said, I'll try to keep it short. 4 years ago, we entered high school at the bottom of the pyramid as the fish. We found ourselves in a school much larger than the ones we were used to. Some of us were intimidated as we cautiously darted through the halls. Most of us were excited to finally be in high school, meet new people, and find ourselves. We entered Martin and found so many questions swarming in our minds. Where's my next class? What's block scheduling? Who are all these people? And of course, as freshmen, we are anxious to move on from our lowly fish status to the next strata of high school life. The next year, we were sophomores, close, but no longer at the bottom of the high school food chain. We learned how to get to our classes. We learned to appreciate block scheduling. We had our friends and were still meeting new ones, and we finally obtained our licenses, driving out to the mall with friends on the weekends. We received our first exam exemptions at the end of the year for our core classes, but as sophomores, we were eager for the year to end so we could gain the status of upperclassmen. The following year, we finally gained that prestigious title. We were now upperclassmen. We realized high school was more than halfway over. The coursework was rigorous, but at least we were almost done. We could go off campus to eat or to finish up projects for last period. We could be exempt from all of our semester exams, only attending school for a single 1-hour period on exam days. As our junior years drew to an end, we eagerly awaited senior year. And then it arrived. We were seniors. Before the year even started, many of us came down with the ever-famous senioritis. We got our long-anticipated off periods, late arrivals, and early dismissals. Tax week was particularly nice, with shortened classes and late arrival every day. And this year was filled with laughs. Our last year of home cooking for many of us, our last homecoming, our last pep rally, our last year of high school. My high school career has definitely been a life-changing experience. As an incoming freshman, I embodied the definition of the timid fish. Especially intimidated by the sheer height of students, most of them at least a head taller than me, I was particularly hesitant to speak. However, with the help of band, teachers, and fellow students, I've managed to change that. I've met so many truly amazing people, and I'm so grateful for the constant support of friends and family. The extraordinary staff and demanding curriculum of Martin have prepared me for the future. Excellent educators, such as Mr. Hart, Ms. Dowdy, Mr. Atman, and so many more, have made my high school experience even more valuable. My high school years have been incredible, but like all of you, I'm ready to move on. Now that we're graduating, we can reflect on our high school lives and realize our high school experiences have been both stressful and fun. We look around us today and recognize and appreciate the tight bonds we've created with our friends. We're reluctant to separate from one another, but simultaneously, we crave the future. We have experienced the dramas of high school, the rebelliousness of teenage years, the stress of arduous courses, the joys of high school life, and we are more than ready to move forward. While impatiently awaiting our future, we face the uncertainty in exactly what our futures hold for us. There are times when we're going to do well, and times when we're going to struggle. But neither these successes nor failures are means of measuring success. Success is measured by what each of you think about what you have done or are doing. As we complete our high school voyage and face the future, we must make choices that will help us to find self-fulfillment. Nathaniel Hawthorne urges us to be true, be true, be true. Each of us, as individuals, determines our own paths, and to find success from here, we must take paths that make us proud of ourselves. Our graduation marks the end of one journey and the initiation of another. Whether further education or job is in the immediate future, we all have the potential to become successful people and make changes in the world. Thank you, and congratulations, Class of 2010.
At this time, will the senior members of the Martin High School Chorale please make their way over to the risers to help sing the battle hymn.
As a representative of the class of 2010, I am happy to announce this year's senior class gift. Our class will be giving a donation towards the new James Martin High School floor crest that is located in the upper gym lobby of Martin High School. We hope that, with all donations and support for this project, Martin High School will be a more beautiful place. In the 2 short years Mrs. Reeves has been principal of James Martin High School, our campus earned TEA recognized status in 2009, and we are proud to say we will soon receive TEA recognized status for the 2nd year in a row. Please welcome the principal of James Martin High School, Mrs. Melinda Reeves.
Thank you, Courtney. Superintendent McCullough, President Pena, members of the Board of Trustees, parents, special guests, teachers, and graduates. It is an honor to serve as principal of Martin High School and my pleasure to speak as part of this commencement ceremony. As I was preparing today, my boys gave me some very good advice about graduation addresses. They said that the key to a really great speech is having the beginning and the end very close together. I know that you are all here to see your graduate cross this stage and receive his or her diploma, so I will keep my remarks brief. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the parents of each graduating senior here today for the support you have provided for your son or daughter for the past 13 years. I am fully aware of the love and the sacrifice that it takes to raise a child from a kindergartner to a high school senior. I know it hasn't always been easy being a mother or father in today's society. Someday your senior will truly understand the challenges that you faced and the joy and the tears that have been part of this incredible journey of helping your child to become a responsible adult. The faculty and staff of Martin High School thank you for the support that you have given to our school and for the opportunity to work in partnership with you in educating your senior. To the faculty and staff of Martin High School, especially the teachers of seniors, the guidance staff, and the administrators who have known and loved the class of 2010, I want to say a special thank you. You are present today in your academic regalia, bearing witness to this important rite of passage. You are here because you believe that serving these students is the most significant calling that you can have. You believe in the importance of education, and you are learners yourselves, committed to the lifelong pursuit of knowledge. You have prepared our graduates to be lifelong learners as well, whether formally in college or university, in technical school, on the job, in the military, or simply through pursuing knowledge. You have encouraged the class of 2010 to strive for excellence, to work hard, and to make the right ethical and moral decisions. As teachers, you touch the future, never knowing where your influence may end. The class of 22 is going to do great things, thanks to your tireless efforts to prepare them for life after high school. Thank you. And now, to the senior class of 2010, this day has finally arrived. You have spent the past 13 years preparing for today, the last 4 years as Martin High School warriors. Finally, what seemed like someday as freshmen is today as graduates. You have been an outstanding class, 762 in number and exceptional in quality. Your list of accomplishments described at the awards assembly include $12.6 million worth of scholarships. This class counts 272 students as honor graduates who today wear honor tassels. 138 students wear the National Honor Society stole, signifying their dedication to academic excellence, character, leadership, and 1,839 hours of service. The class of 2010 has 7 National Merit finalists, 3 Hispanic scholars, 14 commended scholars, and 3 National Achievement Scholars. 464 students are graduating on the recommended plan, and 165 students are graduating on the Distinguished Achievement Plan. Listed in the program, you will find 15 summa cum laude graduates, 61 magna cum laude graduates, 77 cum laude graduates, and 119 honor graduates. We have 80 graduates recognized for state or national level awards in academic areas, and Martin High School was the District UIL Academic Champion for the 3rd consecutive year. Many students among you wear the honor cords of achievement and service from a variety of organizations and honor societies. 93 of you are wearing the purple and green school service cord or a gold satin stole, which indicates over 11,267 hours of service to your school and your community. "82 seniors have earned the right to wear the blue and gold Key Club stole and have volunteered over 8,000 hours of service to our community and given over $25,000 in goods and money to various charities. Many of you energetically participated in Global Youth Service Day, Haitian Relief, which raised $10,618 for the citizens of Haiti, and in numerous projects that benefited those most in need in Arlington, Texas. You have sponsored 2 blood drives, resulting in 283 units of blood being donated to the American Red Cross, and you collected over 1,747 pounds of food for Mission Arlington. You have made donations of time, money, books, labor, food, and clothing. 202 of you earned the prestigious Principals Award, the Medal of Leadership signifying those that do the right thing day in and day out. You have indeed set the bar of leadership and service high for those that will follow, and for that I thank you. Our band, choir, and orchestra departments have excelled once again beyond measure. As a National Grammy Award signature school, our Fine Arts Department placed 20 students in the Texas All-State organizations and earned a total of 11 sweepstakes trophies at UIL contests. Your one-act play advanced in UIL competition for the 17th year in a row. In visual arts, your work was recognized in the PTSA Reflections Contest and in the Imagine No Violence Contest, where you inspired people to imagine, think, discuss solutions, and take action toward nonviolence in our communities. In athletics, 6 teams claimed district championships: baseball, girls soccer, boys wrestling, boys and girls swimming, and tennis. Another 6 teams continued into playoff competition: volleyball, football, boys and girls soccer, baseball, and girls basketball. 4 teams advanced to regional competition: football, girls and boys soccer, and baseball. On top of that, MHS also had 40 individual regional qualifiers, and we proudly claimed 3 individual state championships, along with 24 academic all-state athletes. Congratulations to the members of the class of 2010. I could not be more proud of you. As you leave this afternoon, I want you to remember all of these accomplishments with pride and know that it took a combined effort of many to achieve so much success. When your name is called this afternoon and when you walk across the stage and accept diploma, remember that you will also hold your own future in your hands. You have studied history. Now comes your time to make history. We live in a complicated world, and we will need your commitment, your energy, your creativity, and your vision if we are going to endure. If this nation is to become a more prosperous and a more just nation, it will be because of your efforts and your dedication as you embrace the challenge of helping the less fortunate along the way. You are capable of doing as much and as well as you want. There are no limits put on you that you do not put on yourselves. Today, you celebrate your achievement. Tomorrow will be your time to pursue your dreams in earnest. May fortune smile upon you, and may God bless you on your journey. We shall continue to watch your achievements with interest and with pride, as you will now be warriors forever. For the last time, as a body of one, will the class of 2010 please rise? Superintendent McCullough, President Pena, and members of the Arlington Independent School District Board of Trustees, I present to you these students who have successfully completed the attendance and academic requirements for graduation as prescribed by the state of Texas and the Arlington Independent School District. By the authority vested in me as principal, I proudly proclaim them graduates of James Martin High School. Graduates, you may move your tassel to the right. Class of 2010, please be seated as the first rows present themselves to receive their diplomas. As the graduates line up to receive their diplomas, I would like to address the parents, friends, and relatives in the audience. I know that you are extremely proud of your student and that this is a time of celebration. I invite you, parents, friends, and relatives, as your student crosses the stage, to stand in support of your student and be recognized by the assembly for your contributions. This will also enable you to see your student more clearly as he or she receives their diploma. We want each graduate to receive the full attention of the audience as he or she crosses the stage. We ask your help in assuring that each name is clearly heard. We also ask you to refrain from using air horns or other noise makers. We are now ready to begin with our names.
Chung Maria Yu. Catherine Michelle Cudlady. Scott Thomas Karpowitz. Jimmy Howard Zhu. Justin Levi Richardson. Arash Goreshi. Catherine Marie McCaskey. Matthew Scott Elson. Rachel Colleen Sadowski. Aubrey Nicole Coral. Michael Richard Hogue. Diana Yue Lee. Catherine Francis Jurok. Kyle Braden Oberchrome. James Sean Sakai. Andrew Garrett Allman. David Vanoy Applegate. Arjun Owasti. Sarah Ann Baird. Andrew Wayne Bannister. Don Elder Beck IV. William Ryan Campbell. Jordan Lee Cannon. Brittany Grace Chasick. Paul Richard Chang. Brian David Cook. Patrick Dennis Crowley. Matthew Wilkins Zapp. Catherine Ann Dockraden. Madeline Quinn Dow. Jennifer Lynn Duran. Kaylee Elizabeth Eller. David Lee Ferrier. Melanie Dawn Foster. William Summers Gantz. Christopher Robert Gouldy. Christian Tyler Green. Christine Nicole Guzman. Zachary Logan Harrell. Jordan Forrest Hassler. Katrina Lee Herzik. Scott Richard Hoying. Emily Page Kilpatrick. Nathan Taylor Cudlady. Stephen Kyle Cudlady. Catherine Wanyong Guac. Gregory Robert LaFlash. Sonia Andrea Laguado Cabeza. Samantha Lee Landers. Jacob Taylor Landman. Kyle Lawrence Landolt. Kristen Renee Lideline. Kirsten Taylor Maldonado. Elizabeth K. Martin. Christopher Lee Maurer. Melanie J. McGuire. Cale Alexander Newman. Jonathan Phuc Chuen Ing. Lana Nuat Nguyen. Transin Vu Nguyen. Michelle Otto Nogo. Rebecca Elizabeth Philp. Milan Ravishankar. Zulema Rios. Brian Anthony Salas. Courtney Michelle Surratt. Lane Nicole Schickendance. Dallas Peyton Scott. Patrick Won Il Shin. Michael Casey Tatum. Harrison Edward Tully. George Alexander Vortsanis. Ryan Joel Walker. Renee Rochelle Ward. Jennifer Marie Wiernas. Brian James Wilson. Jonathan Blake Allen. Brianna Ivelisse Emilio. Natasha More Anasi. Andrea Maria Arauja. Emily Nicole Berry. Matthew Allen Bianchini. Amanda Jo Broadhead. Bailey Ray Broadhead. Chelsea Lane Carruthers. Courtney Alexander Surza. Caitlin Ashley Clark. Claire Elizabeth Curtis. Nadia Alipur Didabani. Caitlin Marie Fittis. Patrick Douglas Fike. Haley Suzanne French. Sarah Kathleen Gardner. Lauren Elizabeth Geppert. Cecilia Marie Gleason. Rebecca Emily Graham. Jamie Christine Gritch. Lauren Elizabeth Harris. Daniel Alexander Roy Henry. Rachel Lee Herod. Alexa Christian Heisinger. Emily Ann Irvin. Nima Dean Julia. Nicholas Alexander Catwinkle. Paul Kim. Tanner Michael King. William Travis Klimpenauer. Bryce Stephen Kunkel. Kristen Ann Landry. Anna Rose Lavis. Austin Allen Lester. Kamea Raven Letts. Samantha Lee. Sydney Michelle Libby. Farrell Lynn Littlejohn. Scott Michael Lofton. Corin Teresa Lynch. Stephanie Hoisan Ma. Kayla Summer Maidlow. Andrew Paul McGinnis. Brooke Christine Melton. Alexander Paul Mills. Elise Laura Morales. Jason Andrew Mosley. Anthony Ryan Nanny. Victor Angel Nava. Tony Lee Nguyen. Christian Clay Nobles. Emily Lane Ottness. Shelby Noel Pickett. Jessica Elaine Pugh. Garrett James Reinhardt. Christina Ann Rice. Joseph Anthony Rosati III. Rebecca Catherine Royal. Nora Susan Sayuni. Jessica Elizabeth Seiler. Megan Bell Simmons. Sarpreet Kaur Singh. Candace Michelle Smith. Amanda Nicole Thornton. Sarah Than Tui Tran. Matthew Reed Trowbridge. Holly Mai Trong. Jade Andriana Turk. Cody James Webb. Ariana Alta Weber. Ryan Nicole Wells. Madeline K. Whitlock. Esprit Hamilton Wilkins. Catherine Elizabeth Yagi. Haley Michelle Yates. Gabrina Elizabeth Zioko. Khadija Ahmed. Kaylee Diane Albus. Alexander Jonathan Ames. Abigail Elizabeth Anderson. Alan Orion Baldwin. Caitlin Jean Baye. Christopher Andre Boudet. Colin Michael Belser. Chelsea Elise Bernard. Kimberly Ann Bulduck. Emily Renee Boudreau. Taylor McGuire Brown. Carly Victoria Broyles. Mary Brummett. Amanda Renee Berghart. April Jacqueline Canales. Reed Carruthers Carson. Reagan Lee Clipper. Emily Christine Coleman. John Alexander Collado. Drew Alexander Collins. Max Eduardo Creed. Mitchell Lloyd Deskis. Lon Din Doan. Cole Everett Dolan. Chase Joseph Drake. Sarah Leanne Dye. Lindsay Nicole Ellis. Rachel Elise Farmer. Kayvon Faruzesh. Jordan Bailey Fowler. Kristen Elise Franklin. Tiffany Sinclair Freeman. Clifton Travis Galaspia. Jessica Erin Guerrero. Brandy Nicole Hall. Lucas David Hall. Jared Ryan Hambright. Timothy Matthias Howe III. Hunter Paul Hendrickson. Presenting the diploma to Jamie Ricks Hibbs is her father, board member Mr. John Hibbs. Miranda Christine Hill. Stephen James Hortzman. Manuel Huichapa. Moriah Nicole James. Marston Jeshires Jefferson. Catherine Marie Johnson. Allison K. Kaler. Rachel Lauren Kanister. Matthew Roger Kazmirski. Filza Khan. John Robert Kirby. Sean Allen Lamb. Joseph Scott Lloyd. Jeffrey Andrew Loxton. Sarah Catherine Lau. Stephanie Jeanette Markulek. Megan Frances McClendon. Catherine Marie McCormick Taylor. Dustin Clayton McDonald. Sydney Elise Medlin. Ivan Nikolev Milev. Emily Danielle Mitchell. Dylan Wayne Morgan. Alyssa Laurel Moritz. Polash Moslev. Shalma Movasagi. V. Nguyen. V. Fung Nguyen. Kelly Lane Nicholas. Jesse Allen Nole. Cameron Brianna Noyce. Mariana Catherine Owens. Megan Nicole Patterson. Noah Edward Perez. Erin Elizabeth Peters. Lance Stallworth Powers. Kendall Price Pruitt. Emily Shannon Pugh. Kaylee Ann Pugh. Marcus Jerome Perturskis. Samuel Travis Rael. Brian Oosa Mogaka Ragira. Erin Elizabeth Rayleigh. Sufyan Abdul Rashid. Elizabeth Thadis Rice. Darren Matthew Robson. Brandy Lynn Roden. Evan Alexander Roney. Jessica K. Russian. Jackson Aaron Savaris. Samantha Jean Sheldorf. Kelly Marie Schneider. Gihei Shin. Amy Lee Stark. Joshua Andrew Stidham. Eric Sue. Nikki Novitri Surya Atamaja. Nicholas Ryan Sutherland. Kevin Michael Swearingen. Alexander Paul Szymanowski. Scott Aaron Talley. Stephen Matthew Talley. Abigail Ann Teague. Sean Matthew Thompson. Mark Jason Milia Torres. Michael Blake Turner. Veronica Rose Venable. Cassandra Lee Vokes. Taylor Charles Wade. Andrew Emmanuel Walker. Brittany Lynn Walker. Kaylee Nell Walker. Jenna Page Watson. Joseph Leroy Way. Mackenzie Claire Werether. Jakia Danae Wilkins. Clinton Broderick Williams. Andrew Adams. William Austin Ainsworth. Abaz Aliko. Christina Elizabeth Allison. Elizabeth Nicole Allison. Austin Brooks Amos. Caitlin Anderson. Ian Michael Bader. William Connor Bagwell. Jeffrey Tyler Baker. Nicolette Yvette Baker. Emerald Dawn Baldwin. Mark Allen Ballinger. Catherine Gina Bengali. Martha Barbosa. Jeremiah Israel Barnes. Crystal Monicia Barnes. Catalina Baraza. Vanessa Basorto. Lindsay Lee Bauman. Aaron Martin Barrett Bales. Johnny Nicole Bebaut. Sheila Berengi. Christopher Nicholas Bernal. Sarah Catherine Bernal. James Christopher Bishop. Caitlin Shea Baugard. Benjamin Jang Bolding. Rebecca Ann Bondurant. Theron Michael Bogter. Alyssa Nicole Bowers. Casey Wayne Boyd. Catherine June Brady. Joshua Aaron Brand. Marcia Ann Brantley. Benjamin Thomas Bressert. Shelby Marie Brewer. LaTerrence Savad Brown. Marcel Brown. Anouk Ashley Brulard. Wilbert Ernesto Buenrostro. Matthew Joseph Bruintello. Richard Van Bowie. In memory of Cody Allen Bumgardner. Jasmine July Bustamante. Zane R.F. Butte. James Lias Bird Jr. Colleen Jane Kane. Martin Blake Carmona. Isaac Andrew Carrasco. Brett Daniel Cash. Paige Elizabeth Castleberry. Matthew Senkarik. Brianna Louise Centeneo. Dylan Ronald Chambers. Alicia Marie Chastain. Catherine Daniel Chavez. Samuel Joseph Christopher. Shelby Craig Clark. Sarah Jordan Clevenger. Brittany Renee Coates. Ashley Lee Cobb. Zavrian Carnell Coleman.
Natalie Cologne. Christopher Curtis Compton. Hannah Elizabeth Conant. Carson Scott Connerty. Cynthia Ann Conaway. Mallory Catherine Kuhn. Hillary Nicole Coons. Noel Jordan Cope. Aaron Marcus Copeland. Alyssa Nicole Cordero. Daniel Corona. Sally Ann Cowsert. Courtney A. Cox. Mary Holly Cram. Kelsey Danae Kretzinger. Nicholas Wayne Danford. Robbie Daniel. Brittany Rochelle Davis. Brian Adrian Davis. Dylan Anthony Dawson. Brant Alexander Delaney. Deandra Nicole DiNapoli. Logan Matthew Dillon. Kayla Marie Dominguez Burke. Aaron Romo Doughton. Christopher Blake Douglas. Trevor Dubois. Dylan Charles Dudley. Samantha Renee Dumler. Jonathan Odell Donahue. Mason Dupuis. Stacy Elizabeth Durning. Patrick John Duvall. Lena Jamal El Fakir. Khalid El Hamid. Malik El Hamid. Suhaila El Kasi Tofike El Kasi. Casey Louise English. Timothy Paul English. Levon Ewell. Brooke Rianne Fender. Kaylee Erin Finch. Carly Leanne Ford. Jake Kenny Formby. Preston Scott Franks. Charles Freeman. Victor Alexander Frias. Princess Shanae Gambrell. Kayla Alexandra Gamarano. Clint Mitchell Gandy. Casey Leanne Garbo. Kyle Ron Gardner. Taylor Christian Gardner. Stephen Garrett. Ashley Suzanne George. Kyra Romanique Germany. Michael Asher Gersbach. Michelle Ashley Gersbach. Matthew Aaron Gilmer. Libet Jimenez Latour. Chase Alec Gober. Zachary Daniel Gostomsky White.
Aaron Simone Graves. Bradley Gray. Kiara Paulette Gray. Stanley Cornell Green. Chelsea Chanel Griffin. Desmond Dominique Grigsby. Corey John Grimm. Alina Michelle Grassett. Kristen Aaron Groom. Keith Douglas Grider. Tyler Octaviano Guerrero. Alexander Morgan Guerrero. Savannah Ray Gunning. Cecilia Teresa Guzman. Prajwal K. Gawali. Amir Hamad. Lauren Ashley Hammock. Christopher Vincent Hammond. Carly Jolynn Harden. Hayden Cole Harper. Jackson Bailey Harper. Jacob Marshall Harrison. Ryan Christopher Hatley. Parker Hayden. William Donnell Hayes. Trenton Everett Haynes. Daniel Lee Hegarty. Christina Marie Hyde. Jordan Brooke Henderson. Brooklyn K. Hendry. Sierra Nicole Henry. Mason Lane Henry. Shay Dwight Henson. Dominic Eugene Hernandez. Jasmine Hernandez. Luis Dakota Hernandez. Tommy Hernandez. Hayden Parker Hesmel. Zachary Allen Hines. Tuan Ann Ho. Kimberly Nicole Holsell. Timothy George Holman. Jocelyn Annette Hood. Jason Wayne Hoover. Brian David Horner. Kelly Lynn Hughes. Landy Marie Ingram. Erin Claire Isbell. Felicia Renee Jackson. Christian Nicole Jackson. Brett Ian Jacobson. Ryan Johnson. Jared John Jenkins. Donovan Dewan Johnson. Evan Ryan Johnson. Lloyd Johnson. Mark Aaron Johnson. Thomas Rashad Johnson. Trekoya Nicole Johnson. Adam Charles Joyner. Elizabeth Kimberly Jones. Caitlin Marie Jones. Kiara Hatisha Jones. Lauren Olivia Jones. Madison Jade Jones. Michael Jones. Paige Ryan Jones. Tyler Dean Jones. Erica Lynn Caprillion. Megan Elizabeth Ann Kaufman. Charles Isaac Kelly. Brittany Ashley Kendrick. Trey Neil Kensing. Pilar Gabriela Capertella. Bradley James Kessler. Todd Andrew Cattell. Leah Elaine King. Jeffrey Paul Kiyonka. Becky Suzanne Nicole Copeland. Michael Glenn Kramer. Jessica Faye Cresawati. Kara Ann Lackey. Elizabeth Ann Lamont. Erica May Lang. Elizabeth Verney Law. Benjamin Scott Lehman. Connor Michael Lemish. Andrew Francis Llewellyn. Alexis Simone Lewis. Ryan Chase Lloyd. Erin Catherine Laubin. Zachary Mitchell Longstrom. Abraham Brendan Lopez. Nicholas Lopez. Maria Teresa Lopez Gatiala. Calypso Luna. Patrick Allen Looper. Chelsea Marie Lytle. Tyler Irby Mabry. David Macias. Matthew Anthony Macias. Becca Mallow. Sarah Elizabeth Manfolk. Sarah Mansour. Heather Marie Maples. Felix Manuel Martinez. Armando Martinez Jr. Eddie Jermaine Massey III. Alex Ruben Mata. Brittany Nicole Mathis. Dylan Jeremy May. Cortland Clark McCabe. Maya DeEbony McCutcheon. Alyssa Pauline McGaw. Sean Carter McNutt. Ariana Tony Medina. Cameron Nicole Mendez. Katie Helen Marie Mendez. Paul Nicholas Mendez. Michael William Menifee II. Brittany Elizabeth Mio. Robert Harlan Mergerson III. Russell Anthony Metcalf. Marcy Ann Meyer. Anthony Dwayne Miller. Cole Thomas Miller. Kimberly Ivy Miller. Colton Nathaniel Miller. Mandeep Singh Minnis. Alyssa Rachel Minnis. Jacob Avery Mixon. Tyler Rose Mixon. Megan Mary Mossick. Cheyenne Sultan Mohammadi. Brian Patrick Mahler. Dante Jermaine Moment. Sarah Monir. Nadia Parvez Monga. Dayton Renard Moore. Jacqueline Lauren Moore. Catherine Elizabeth Moore. Matthew Ryan Moore. Alex Morales. Amanda Christian Morales. Kaylee Brooke Morgan. Samantha Nicole Morin. Sherry Hannah Mortimer. Noel Renee Mullen. Saudine Hussein Nassar. Christopher John Nilsson. Danielle Lauren Nilsson. Kwa Kwok Nguyen. Adam James Nordman. Patricia Nicole Norrid. Andrew Conrad Norwine. Philip Kalichiku Wachiku. Robert Elton Hoffner. Caitlin Shea Oxbury. Monica Olmos. Karen Amaris Orduña. Brandon Jonyo Orwa. Cody Ryan Osterman. James Mario Pagano. Ryan Chad Pennell. Derek Scott Partain. Nadia Patterson. Seth Alexander Payne. Travis Blake Pierce. Marcel Castro Pena. Nicole Lynn Pendolino. Christina Marie Perez. Ezekiel Perez. Jennifer Danielle Perez. Martin Rodolfo Perez. Carl Lee Perkins Jr. Stephen Todd Pitts. Garen Ross Polson. Gracia Ponce. Janielle Ann Porras. Caracia Deshawn Porter. Jaron Alexander Porter. Jessica Renee Powell. Andrew Wade Powers. Matthew Pratt. Reed Daniel Pride. Hannah Rebecca Priest. Tyler Justin Purvis. Kelsey Melinda Pyburn. Desmond Allen Randall. Eli Nima Ranjbaran. Kendall Wayne Reeves. Ethan Lamar Reed. Buck Richardson Ritter. Joseph Richter. Michael Kyle Ryder. Elizabeth Kathleen Roberts. Aubriana Sharita Rocio. Robin Ashley Rodriguez. Vivian Lizette Rodriguez. Bradley Ryan Rollader. Christian Octavio Roman. Sean Edward Romo. Simone Desiree Rock. Ryan Keith Rounseville. Michael Donnell Ruth. Brooke Lynn Rutledge. Taylor Lindsay Nettie Salter. Angelica Marie Sanchez. Anthony Ray Sanchez. Rebecca Nell Sanders. Jack Walker Santee. Gregory Michael Sargent. Devin J. Sorolia. Terry Dane Sasser. Michael Joseph Schomer. Tyler Andrew Schulte. Kevin James Scully. Anthony Gilbert Sequeira. Alec William Sheldon. Cameron Bryce Sherfield. Michael Cameron Schultz. Alec Ryan Shurak. Davin Simpkins. Navjot Singh. Patrick David Smiley. Brianna Marie Elise Smith. J.T. Smith. Kevin Jerome Smith. Lexis Nicole Smith. Micah Scott Smith. Louis Herschel Sparks. Matthew Paul Stamp. Kayla Kure Starks. Jonas Steffner. William Erling Stimble. Alicia Ann Storm. Madison Quinn Surrey. Brittany Shannon Swaim. Courtney Elizabeth Sweet. Tyler Tamborelli. Brooke Mackay Tanner. Matthew Isaac Tate. Brittany Ann Thomas. Isaac Troy Thomas. Michael Lynn Thomas. Matthew Daniel Thompson. Trey Austin Thompson. Ariel Nicole Thrasher. Amanda Lynn Tempty. And Haas Fahim Toma. James Nico Torres. Michael Grady Toth. Calvin Tran. Jennifer Fung Tran. Eduardo Trinidad. Victoria Diane Trissler. Wallace Cobe Chibo. Ryan Daniel Turner. Aubrey May Tuttle. Brendan Tyler. Carissa Paige Tyson. John Severins Valentine. Roxana Valenzuela. Elizabeth Veey. Stephen Garrett Van Meter. Matthew Allen Van Rees. Alicia Oni Vega. Eric Cheney Veer. Jessica Vu. Cheyenne Miosha Walker. Russell Cheyenne Walker. Syl Wallace. Andrew Travis Waller. Joseph Saxon Warner. Brooklyn Michelle Warren. Joseph Mark Washburn. Abby Jacqueline Watson. Amanda Jewel Weathered. Mason Alexander Weber. Connor Jones West. Alex Hunter White. Devon Earl White. Rachel Gracie White. Victoria Lauren White. William Edward White. Zachary Scott Wicklin. James Tyler Wilhelm. Garrett Allen Williams. Lysadra Marie Williams. Zori Jalen Williams. Peru Danielle Wills. Ryan Jackson Wilson. Tyler Lee Wynn. David Wayne Wolford. Shelby Lynn Woodruff. Candace Leah Wiley. Courtney Lee Wiley. James Cade Zapolius. Travis Brooks Yost. Clinton Morgan Young. Omar Mahir Abdrillian Zarde. Bryce Remington Zen. That was it. Adriana Zuccarelli.
Thank you to our announcers. I know that was a hard thing to do. At this time, I'd like to ask the class of 2010 and all in attendance to stand for the Martin High School alma mater.